Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven aka Storm and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. How's everyone doing today, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. We're going to be heading out to work on the main quest of Green Shade. The Shattered Staff.
But how did they get the stone to move?
Hold on, wait. There we go. I have been grinding my butt off working on my living decks in Pokemon Shield or Pokemon Home. It's definitely not a quick process.
Thank you for standing beside the Queen at Tarnzel Will, Traveler. Stars watch over you.
But the good news is that I've actually gotten the actual like format of the living deck set up. So now I just have to fill in the blank spots, and then I can also fill in the Hisui Pokemon that were added with Legends Arceus, and then I'm done. And I just have to, add to it each generation.
Dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village.
Razumdar sent me to help with negotiations.
What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments.
Maybe I should just speak to them myself.
Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guar chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
I didn't think I was being disrespectful. Sometimes people are just impossible to understand.
Another tourist. Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King.
I'm here to negotiate on behalf of the Dominion.
Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldemary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your dominion.
Can I speak with the Wilder King?
Ha, sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. He doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence?
Have you ever spoken with the Wilder King?
Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know.
Can I petition him for an audience?
I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know.
How do I drive them away?
Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers.
Alright, I think I can handle that.
Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to.
So how do these seeds actually work?
Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
What exactly are these lurchers?
They're gifts from the Wilder King, embodiments of the raw energy of the forest. They protect the village. They're not so smart. We can't lead them against the orcs, but if they sprout straight into the orcs' camp, they'll know what to do.
Which makes sense. Come, Isabel, we have work to do.
Can you believe that tree thane? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King. But the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently?
She asked me to help drive the woodworks away.
She did? That's funny, because Under and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosma trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking.
You don't think the Wilder King exists?
I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood, but I fail to understand by what logic the Tree Thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away.
Why do you seek an audience with the Wilder King?
Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosma Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Under and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say.
So what will you do now?
We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier.
What do you suggest?
If you want, you can take the essence from the calliope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Under scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky tree thing. Maybe we'll meet again when we find the Wilder King.
What do you know about the Wilder King?
There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say he's a spirit, an embodiment of the forest. What I find most fascinating, though, is the rumor that he actually shapes the entire forest. That's just incredible.
Where are you originally from?
Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very lonely.
Is Andor really a scholar too?
Of course not. He's mainly here, acting as my guardian. They warned us that this place was dangerous, and if the Wilder King is really as unpredictable as people say, well, never hurts to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. As a whole, their strength is in numbers. As long as you don't take on the entire camp, you should be fine. The chieftain's the one you have to watch out for.
What's so tough about the chieftain?
By the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle, and he knows how to take a beating. Don't expect him to go down quickly. There's a shaman who's never far from his side as well. I'd focus on killing the shaman first. Good luck.
Goodbye. Yeah, we've already completed that mine, so there's...
Stendar, keep us safe. Your children walk a dangerous path.
It's time for you all to die. Do 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 do. Alright, time to kill the chieftain.
So the Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your friend.
Yep. And the Bramble Branch has moved in and cleared out the camp, so it's now much easier to get back. Now the only thing you have to worry about is the giant wasps that are everywhere. So now instead of orcs, there are wasp enemies to fight. So if you ever need to kill bug enemies for a daily endeavor, this is the place to come. Not bad. 11 minutes, and we're pretty good, nice into the first. Well, first real quest. I mean, we did the first quest last week of this DLC, or not this DLC. I'm so used to doing DLCs. This quest line. Technically speaking, we are in like the base game because there's 3 base game campaigns depending on which alliance you are in, but you can now do them at any time. Like you can do all 3 of them simultaneously if you want. Like, you know, do the first zone for each area, do the second zone for each area, and the third zone for each area. I've done that a couple times. I don't find it to be the most efficient method of doing things because, like, you feel a little disconnected from the story. By the way, I'm not going to do that quest on stream. I might knock it out off screen, but it's basically you just have you basically have lurchers engage in like basically Pokemon battles, and it's very time consuming and it's not worth doing on stream. Hello, tree thing.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
I believe we had an arrangement.
Huh, and you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience.
Complete quest.
I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time.
I understand, but I'd like to petition nonetheless.
Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone.
All I have to do is touch the stone?
I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
I'll just go touch the petitioning stone. Oh, my story's up to 6 followers. I'm very nice. So I gained a new follower. It's small progress, and the story is up by a total of 4 views. So someone's been reading a few of the chapters. Hopefully, they read all the chapters.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Speaking of, after I finish, maybe I'll have to work on it during the week. I've got to start editing on chapter 12. The Wilder King appears.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come?
I've come to negotiate on behalf of the Dominion.
Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this old merry Dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others.
You would only be alienated from our common enemies.
Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand.
Alright, how do I do that?
Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature.
Can you give me any assistance in this fight?
I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from your past.
Strike us down, but the veiled heritance will always rise again.
Oh hey, I got rapport from that for Isabel. That's interesting.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though.
Yes, they are known as the Veiled Heritance.
The Veiled Heritance, yes. I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy.
Who is this person you're referring to?
She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
Okay.
We have much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
Nice.
Opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosma.
The Bosma in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosma mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an
Estrie.
important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
That's not good. At least Estrie's dead.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranias is on her way to my throne.
But she's coming with Andor to destroy you.
So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you. Like the branches of a grat oak, I believe that Aranias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play out, but I do know that like Aranias, you must come deeper into the forest.
Where do I need to go?
You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end.
What about Andor and Aranias? Will you be safe?
Yes. Traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marrowan. Safe journeys, my friend.
Alright, I'll look for Spinner Morin then. Alright, we're off to the... oh wow, 4th quest already. I'm gonna wait to do Shadow's Crawl and Shrouded Veil. Both of them have major choices that need to be made, and I don't want to make those while I'm just... well, I don't really have anyone active in the chat because they're just like the really big things, and I'd like to have some people making votes. That's that's what we do. We vote on stuff we do, so we will go ahead and proceed with the main quest for now, and if we get some people later, we'll double back and do those quest areas, but we're making some pretty nice progress. We are going to do the Labyrinth, or Labyrinth, I'm not sure how to say that, but after we do this quest. Spinner.
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story.
The Wilder King told me to find you.
Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part in the present and in the past.
Complete quest.
You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right.
What are you talking about? Where is Aranias?
Inside the story. You must also enter the story in order to help her.
Alright, I will.
Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I tell you a story. A story that you take part in.
So she's inside the story you're telling?
Yes. The story is one from her own past. but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had. Someone she can trust, who can change the person Aranias becomes.
Alright, then put me into the story.
Ask nicely.
May I please join Aranias in the story?
Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace. Imagine there's a nice warm fire burning there, and I'll set the scene. Have a seat by the fire, and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Remember, ask nicely.
Look into the fire.
Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean.
Watch the flames.
Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset.
Focus on the fire.
Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stones, roots, and flowers on the island were shaped by magicka. Only 2 living Ultima possess such power.
Continue to focus on the fire.
One of those 2 Ultima stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend.
Enter the story. Silitar. The offshore island feels like it's from another, better world. It radiates an almost palpable aura of magicka. It's wonderful and somehow very, very wrong.
The island of Silitar.
Hold on, I'm going to change my outfit. Because it doesn't make sense that I'm running around in armor if I'm her friend. See, I think I have a... There we go, Everdamp reed fiber kilt. Put Isabel in something casual as well. There you go, Isabel.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again.
I don't know what's going on.
That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree. We can visit some of our favorite places together.
Do you remember me?
Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one I can trust these days.
You don't remember anything about Bramble Branch? Or Breach?
Bramble Breach? You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw what I can do. I've missed so much. What happened at Bramble Breach?
It's not important right now. Why'd your parents leave you here?
They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and smashed that ship, even though nobody got hurt, they said my magic was too dangerous. You're the only one who isn't afraid of me. You're not afraid, right?
Of course not.
You don't know what this means to me. Now, what will we do first? I know, let's race to the lighthouse like we did when we were little. Bet you still can't catch me.
Yeah, 'cause you friggin' cheat. If you're wondering why I'm dodge rolling and going in the water and stuff, it's because she frickin' cheats. Yep, just like that. Yep.
Are my vines getting in your way?
I got here first.
Not bad. You're pretty fast.
Did you just bind my legs with vines?
Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and I don't even think about it. It just happens.
It's cheating.
I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in pain, burning hot. Look, the farm's burning!
Where's the farm?
Over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps, and it's too early for my parents' return. Boots. Boots. There are invaders on Silitar. We have to stop them.
There'll be no match for us.
That'll show them. No one attacks my island. What have they done to my farm? Why would they do this? Animals!
Where did they come from?
Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. Where were you when my parents tested me? Where were you when I needed you most? You left me. Why are you even here? Do you want something from me too?
I only want to help you.
I'm sorry. After my parents left, I felt so alone. I couldn't find you. People kept coming. They'd attack, hound me, want me to show them what I can do, like I was a circus animal or some kind of pet. I shouldn't take it out on you.
I didn't realize how upset you were.
No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything. It's getting late. We need to clean up before my parents return. Meet me at the manor later.
Come, I must speak with you once more. In her tale, Aranias was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by her own parents because of her abilities, she faced the bandits alone. This made her bitter and hardened against others, vulnerable to outside influences.
What happened?
You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Aranias' past. She was a bit younger and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Why are your clothes all wet? Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? What do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks. None of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection.
What happened next?
So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the lighthouse, the other in the manor's great hall. They will help you understand more about our troubled Altmer, I hope.
Is that all I need to do? Understand her?
No. The greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritance. She should not face this alone.
Where is she?
Getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch those scenes. You'll find a change of clothes in the guest bedroom off the Great Hall. Then, go to Aranias in the garden.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Like, I don't know if she should be punished, but she definitely needs to learn how to control that ability. That's definitely not good. Let's take this fast way. I love being a lizard.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just, you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father?
It's a good question. It's like, how do you learn to control an ability like that? It's beyond the normal. It's so far beyond the norm. Is this the outfit that the girls wear? I don't think it is. Well, I don't even think this outfit's available. It's been a while since I've done this quest, so I can't remember what outfit the girls get to wear.
You look good. How do you feel?
Fine. How's the party?
There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estrie. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show off my powers. I thought they were bringing me a teacher or something.
You sound hesitant.
Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me.
And when you know what's planned?
I'm not sure yet. They'll probably want another statue raised from the ground. My parents treat that like a party trick, and this is a party after all. But the way they're talking, it sounds more dangerous, and I'm a bit worried, to be honest.
I've often wondered myself how exactly you control the land.
You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again.
She's connected to the land. And the thing is, we see this a few times.
has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
Yeah, there's a few people with that kind of connection. The Viridian Sentinel, he was one.
Anda demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Anda could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
No, I don't like the sound of that. Especially coming from one of the most racist high elves in existence.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosmer were.
Wait, Aranias is supposed to demonstrate her power on a Bosmer?
Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
No, you're right, I stand with Aranias. Goodbye.
They took my wife.
Where did they take her?
They will give her to the witch, the rock witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
Not if I can stop them.
You killed Ander. That's not supposed to happen.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. In real life, you were not there to kill Ander.
Is he more dangerous in real life?
He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Aranias to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails.
How do you know that?
I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. We have a story to finish. Aranias' big moment is about to arrive. You should go to her.
Where is Aranias?
In the garden. She's been commanded to kill the wife of this Bosmer. You should hurry to her. She faced this alone last time.
Nope, I'm on my way. I can't mount. Ah!
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm. Please. Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned?
You were totally behind that, S-Tree.
Good. Good. Now tear this animal apart.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
This is not a necessary sacrifice. This is murder.
What about the Bosmer who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission?
Those were bandits. This woman did nothing to you.
If I refuse to kill this Bosmer, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rock Witch of Silitar, a monster for fairy tales.
You're not alone. I'm here.
You're here with me now. But what about later? No, that's not it. I must trust myself. Believe I can do what's right. I don't need anyone, you or the Veiled Heritants, to guide me.
What will you do now?
I am stronger than this. I won't murder an innocent to prove I can, no matter who demands it. The Veiled Heritants won't control my destiny. I will. I can do this, and I shall. No, I won't do it!
But I think she did do it originally. Hey, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
What would you ask?
Gotta switch you back real quick. I need to color all your outfits, Isabel, so...
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you made quite an impression on Aranias.
What just happened? Where did she go?
As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King. Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Though we spinners can do so, it's usually better to let a tale conclude on its own. Usually.
What is it that I have to do?
Venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even now, she and Ander blaze a trail of destruction toward the Wilder King's throne. Their intention is to destroy him.
How can I protect him?
Preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out of control. The only hope lies with Aranias and with you. Go to Greenheart and follow the trail of fire to the Wilder King's throne.
I will try to catch up with Aranias and Andor. But first... Yeah, we've gotten 4 quests done. Oh, we've gotten 3 quests done. 3 main quests done. Pick this quest up.
Do you know how to read?
Who are you? What are you doing? What are you talking about? Of course I can read.
I am called Sumiril. I am one of the Hollow. We live to serve the Wilder King, who is our god, our creator. I ask you if you can read, because I have this book, which is supposed to tell the true story of the Wilder King, and of my creation.
Why can't you read it yourself?
I can read it, but I am afraid to. I am not like the other Hollow. I can question my existence. I can believe or not believe. What if the book reveals something about the Hollow, our purpose? I might crack and splinter from within.
I will read the book and tell you if your fears are justified.
It must be done, and I would be most grateful. You should know that who or whatever wrote this book bound it to the labyrinth. To traverse one, you need the other.
How so?
This book holds a single passage only. The words for the next passage will appear once you have opened the book. Follow them. They will transport you to a point deeper into the labyrinth, then settle on the page and create another passage.
Very well, I will read this book for you. This is the story of a boy. This is the story of the land. This is the story of how the boy and the land came to be. The boy's name was Ostan? He had the power to shape the land. He whispered his instructions and the land willingly obeyed, but the boy was alone. Putting down that marker so I can find that quest. Alright, passage 2. Soon, powerful people learned about the boy and how he could shape the land. They did not understand that what he had was a gift. They only saw the power in it. They wanted to conquer. They decided to test the boy. The powerful sent Ostan to Valenwood. They told him to shape Valenwood and build a great city there. They sent builders to help, but Valenwood was not like the land where Ostan grew up. Valenwood was wild and angry. When the boy asked it to move, it said no. Trying to make sure I get that quest marker. Ostian and Valenwood fought with each other. Ostian commanded the land again and again to move, and Valenwood refused again and again. In their struggle, they forgot everything else. Ostian forgot the builders who had been sent with him, and Valenwood forgot the peoples that lived in its midst. The boy and the land came to love the struggle. Both had been lonely, and now neither was alone. But in the process, the builders were injured and killed. Even Samiral, who had once been kind to the boy. And suddenly Ostian remembered who he was and what he had been sent to do. And he found Samiral's body and asked the land to help him raise Samiral from the dead. Did I miss the words, or? Nope, here we go. And for once Valenwood listened, and Ostian and Valenwood became one. Together we are the Wielder King, Ostian and I. Samiral is our first creation, our hollow man, whom we raised from the dead. This is the truth of our existence. So Samiral is Valenwood and Ostian combined into one.
I have roamed this land since before many of these trees were seeds. In that time, I have wanted to know how I came to be. Yet here you stand with the answer, and I hesitate, uncertain.
Would you like me to tell you what I read?
I am unsure what I will regret more, knowing or never knowing the truth. Forgive my indecision. Please, continue.
The Wielder King was once a mortal, as were you. His name was Ostian.
Mortal? Like you? What happened to me?
Ostian fought the Valenwood. You were among many who died.
Yet I live, don't I?
Ostian and Valenwood remade you.
Past, present, and future are stark, stripped of illusion, and I am left with more questions. I will have to find a new way to exist, neither living nor dead, neither doubting nor believing.
Rest now, my love. Memories of youth are the treasures of old age. Savor them, and those who share them. They'll fade, but they're as sweet as sun's dusk ale while they last. Tongues of Xarxis, I sound like a pedantic old fool, don't I? Forgive me.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Ignore my nostalgic nonsense. It's just an attempt to pretend my musty past is worth something more than it is. Getting old isn't easy. My dear Marilia is passing. We came to see the flowers, but they don't seem to grow here anymore.
What happened to the flowers?
I don't know. Nereid's Smile, they're called. So blue, so beautiful. There must be some nearby, but I'm too old to hunt them down. I wonder, though, if you see any, could you gather some seeds? I could sow them here, for old time's sake.
Of course, I'll bring back any seeds I can find.
You are generous to humor two silly old men, but those seeds would mean so much to us. When we were young, we used to sneak away from the clan and come here to be together. Lying here among the Nereid Smile, it seemed like we had forever.
Is there no way to heal Melier?
Not unless you can turn back time. No. To be honest, we've lived for many years more than either of us expected, but our time has finally come. Nothing can forestall my husband's death now, nor mine, which I expect will follow soon after.
Time comes for everyone, eventually. Your Majesty.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Ander forced their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. I've always wondered what death would be like. Soon, I will know.
You're just going to give up?
My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Valenwood. Aranias was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Onder's influence.
What should I do to change that?
I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the responsibility of her own accord, but Onder will not understand. I expect he will oppose her, and she will need your help to defeat him.
Then I will try to catch up quickly.
It's all for us, Morelia. The forest, the flowers, all of it.
They're so beautiful, Hartman. Do you think they'll last forever?
I'll deliver the seeds after we take care of things here.
Quickly, Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valenwood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. She's afraid to stand up to Onder.
Where are they?
Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias when she decides to make her stand.
It would help if the forest spirits weren't attacking me.
My hold over the creatures of the Valenwood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack. I lack the strength to pull them back. But I can make it so you appear less threatening. Be careful, though. This enchantment will only last a short time.
It'll be enough time to get through. That's the important part. As long as I don't mess around.
I won't let you kill him, Onder.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
Nice.
It's you. From Silitar. My friend. Thank the Eight. You were right about the Veiled Heritance, I'm sure now. They used me as bait to trick the Wilder King, and now Onder's going to kill him. I can't let that happen. I have to stop Onder.
How do you intend to do that?
I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. When he burned the forest, I actually felt its pain. I think I'm connected to this place. I can't fight Onder, though. He's too strong. Will you help me?
Of course. Where's Ondor now?
He's gone ahead. I can travel through the roots to catch up, but you will have to fight your way through. This might help. Use this bundle of roots and you can burrow for short distances. It will at least get you past Onder's fires.
Alright, let's go then.
I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Yeah, it's not working the way it's intended, but I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to, but at the same time, I should be going underground and actually, like, oh well. Under!
Will there be no end to these interruptions?
Nope, you're dead. I went the wrong way. It's supposed to go up that way. Good job, Astronaut.
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost.
So Aranias will now become the Wilder Queen?
Yes. For centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the Earth, give back to that which has given so much to me.
Where is Aranias now?
She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must comfort her. This is the natural course of things. It is necessary for her and for the Valenwood, but she must choose it of her own accord.
Very well. Goodbye, Wilder King. Aranias?
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles, but this is an entire forest, a living forest. Tell me I can do this.
You can do this.
I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely.
Yes, his name was Ostin, and he was an Altmer mage.
And he doesn't even remember that. The same will happen to me. If I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my home, my youth, everything.
From what I witnessed, those weren't exactly glamorous or glorious memories.
No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I embrace you in my heart, that's how I must embrace the Valenwood.
Are you ready to become the Wilder Queen, then?
Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must wait for me. Promise you'll wait.
I promise. It is done. She is the Wilder Queen.
Everything is so very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. You are my friend, though, whoever I become. Will you stay for just a moment?
I'm right here.
I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you. I know why you originally came here, to ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Ordinary Dominion, to know the Valenwood was on your side. Would you still make such a request to me now?
Yes, Queen Irene sent me to ask your allegiance on her behalf.
And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else I must tell you.
What is it?
It's the Veiled Heritons. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Madness. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhearth, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Greenheart. Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you. I'll go to Woodhearth. Farewell, Wielder Queen. Farewell, Aranias. Alright, let's go and give those seeds to the lovers.
Life is so precious and so fleeting. Don't let it pass you by. Take time to feel the caress of the wind and listen to the way it carries the sound of your true love's name. Marilia, I never did hear anything so sweet and so dear.
Is he gone then?
Yes. His passing was quick and peaceful, and we were together. That's all that really mattered. Soon I will rest too. But you're so kind. Did you find the Nereid smile?
Yes, I collected these seeds for you.
It's funny. The flowers meant so much to us when we were young, but at the end, we didn't need the flowers anymore. We had the memories. These seeds are wonderful, though. I realize now their true significance. Goodbye, Marilia.
You're always striving to learn something new.
In memory of the
One
life
of my
we shared.
favorite things about riding with you.
Even as we fade, may others come here and find the same joy we found in the flowers and in each other. So may our love be renewed for all eternity.
These are future flowers that will one day grace this place.
Do you see them? Do you see the flowers? They're beautiful, simply beautiful.
Rest well, you two. What's going on here?
Stupid wasp. Keeps getting away from me.
What are you doing?
Shh! I'm an initiate to a company of hunters called the Hounds. I'm supposed to hunt a wasp as my first quarry, but well, I'm not a very good tracker, you see. I've lost the wasp.
Nope, not right
There's never
now.
a wasp nest around when you need it.
That's just a long, annoying quest where you have to like follow the clues. It's not worth doing. It doesn't progress to completion anymore. And I have the adventure achievement now, so I don't even have to do that anymore. So it's just wasted time, honestly. There's a house there. Now this quest, on the other hand, is different. Shade Mist Moors.
Turn back. That way's bad omens. Even the airs turned against them in Longhaven.
What do you mean by that?
The moors have always been a wild place, covered in thick fog. But for us who've known them our whole lives, it's home. Now, though, people have been disappearing into the mist. We find their bodies later, torn up and drained of blood.
What do you think is the cause?
It's a reckless curiosity drives a person to look for cause in such things. Me? I'll take ignorance and a long, happy life in Marbrook or Woodhearth. But if you got to know, you might talk to Breadwin in his hut in town. He's staying, poor fool.
I'll speak to him.
Ha! The hero of Cold Harbor walks among us.
Yeah, wow. I'm surprised you know that. Yeah, this sounds like, you know, textbook vampire to me, but...
Welcome to Longhaven. Used to be a busier place before all this trouble with the mist. But we won't let that be an excuse for poor hospitality.
Trouble with the mist?
Started a few weeks ago now, when the mist changed. Turned a sickly color.
What happened?
All I know is what I saw with my own eyes. Hunters simply dropping their bows and wandering unarmed into the moors as if bewitched. Then their bodies turn up later. Or what's left of them. Can't explain it. Except
what?
A wanderer, much like yourself, a dour Dunmer fellow, passed through here. Bought supplies and headed straight into the moors. My warnings be damned. Seemed like he knew something. You want to figure this out? I'd start by finding that Dunmer.
Have you been out there yourself?
No, only the hunters. I manage clan affairs and the upkeep of the village. This was simpler before the forming of the Aldmeri Dominion. Valenwood is changing, and its people with it. I find my time occupied in dealing with the necessary adjustments.
Can't you tell me more about this Dunmer visitor?
He was gone as quickly as he came. He was outfitted for battle, though that isn't strange for adventurers. But he walked as one who knows his goal, and will not be deterred.
Have you been out there yourself?
No, only the hunters. I manage clan affairs and the upkeep of the village. This was simpler before the forming of the Aldmeri Dominion. Valenwood is changing, and its people with it. I find my time occupied in dealing with the necessary adjustments.
Has anyone that ventured into the mist returned?
Strangely enough, several. They all reported an odd sensation that wasn't present before, as well as an apparent rise in hostile beasts in the area, but otherwise returned unscathed. If this is some spell, maybe some are more resistant than others.
Well, vampires can mess with the minds of their victims.
Begone! I must finish my prayers and purify my spirit before I meet my foes in battle.
Why are you out here?
I have been tracking my prey for many nights. A heathen vampire who shall soon be cleansed from this world. I thought him alone, but now that I see this place, I suspect a lair is hidden nearby. He shall regret leading me to this vile nest.
Could that explain this strange mist?
I have hunted them all my life, and yet I have never seen magic such as this. I do feel their touch upon it. I feel it testing my will with every step I take. But I shall not falter. I shall face these creatures and leave nothing but ash behind.
Let me accompany you.
No fear, bravery, or foolish inexperience. I cannot trust one who could become enthralled at any moment. Prove to me you have the will to resist this foul magic. Find me at the lair up the hill east of here. Then I shall consider it. And now, my work begins.
I'm actually seriously considering making a D&D character based on that guy. A Eldritch Knight that uses fire magic and green flame blade to destroy vampires. Or... oh, there's another quest up here too. I should definitely pick that up and do it, since I'm in the area. Werebats! We got a werebat! Werebat on the rampage! That's not how the song goes, but... it appears to be the corpse of an unfortunate mage, possibly a low-ranking member of the Mages Guild based on his garb. Look closer. Looks as though this elf was fleeing the cave when he was caught and killed. His body's been completely drained of blood. You see a strange ring on his left hand. Take the ring. The ring looks to be a symbol identifying the order this mage belonged to. As you examine it, you notice a note on the ground. It must have been fallen from the pockets of the victim's robes. I should look into these mages we're doing here. Perhaps this note will reveal more. It's a bit of a long one. They're looking for some kind of magical skull by the looks of it. It wants me to go inside, okay. Reach the vampire lair.
So, you made it through the mist. Your will is stronger than I expected.
Who is this?
Vampire scum. He barely put up a struggle before he fell to his knees, begging for what he calls a life. I did not expect such weakness. I will finish him now, if you'd be so kind as to step aside.
This is the one you were hunting?
No. This pathetic being is hardly even worthy of my blade. The one I followed here is called Fenir, a much more formidable foe than this maggot, I assure you. We shall meet him soon enough. He and all of his coven shall die.
He could have information we need. Let me speak with him first.
As you wish. In this moment or the next, his existence shall end either way. But be wary. A vampire attempts to sway and beguile with its words. Do not listen, no matter what he says.
I have friends that are vampires.
You must have mercy. The dark elf won't listen, but you will, won't you? We were different. I didn't want this.
He reminds me of Gwendis. What do you mean?
Kept to ourselves. Didn't prey on the living. The beasts, the Horvor, glutted themselves on the blood of hunters. We fed on them. We didn't kill anyone. It was a natural way. Until he came.
He?
The Veiled One. Ultima, I think. Sought an alliance. Promised power. Told us we didn't need to hide anymore. Others in my clan agreed. He taught them a ritual using an ancient vampire skull. Said it would allow them to make countless thralls.
Tell me how to put a stop to this magic.
The skull rests in the back of this cavern. Its curse seeps into the mists all around us. Destroy the skull, and the magic goes with it. I never wanted this. Spare me, and I can bring others to my side. We can be of use to you.
Was Farinir among those that accepted the Veiled One's offer?
Yes. He was the loudest of the supporters along with Athraidel and Lathriel. I saw them speaking with the Veiled One often. They never listened to me. You'll have to go through them if you want to reach the skull. Now please, just let me go.
Finished with your little chat? I shall relieve him of his head now, and rid us of his insufferable mewling.
He was forthcoming with information. We might benefit from having him alive.
Did I not warn you of this? That his vile tongue would worm its way into your thoughts? There's no such thing as a good vampire. Just a vampire that has not yet been tempted. Our goals here are the same. Will you forget them for this scum?
We gain nothing from his death right now. Leave him or go through me to get to him.
I can't oppose you. I don't slay the living. Only the dead. Run along, little worm. A brief reprieve only. I'll find you and your kin.
Oh, thank you. The rest who opposed Fenir have already escaped.
Filth. Now to Fenir, quickly. My blade does not enjoy being denied a meal. Lead on. I shall strike a strange winged beasts. Come and meet death.
Well, they're called werebats, so I'm assuming they're lycanthropes that with bat transformation. That's probably why they work with vampires. It's kind of unusual for lycanthropes and vampires to work together, but there was the whole Grey Host.
You shall be purified!
Now!
Another foe falls. Slay them all!
This elf female suffered a similar fate to the one outside. Her skin is taut and dry, her body completely drained of fluid. A signet ring is also present on her hand. Take the ring.
Side by side! Move to flank!
Who do you have here? Is this... No, that's you. Okay. Thought that was like some kind of NPC for a second.
Guide my hand.
Just a spider. A glint from within this gruesome stew catches your eye. It appears as though something shiny is floating among the foul-smelling contents of the brew. Fish out the object. Pull out a stiff, bloody finger from this brew. Still attached to the signet ring. Ugh, gross.
This must be the main living quarters. Faenir must be near. At last, my prey is within reach.
Focus your mind.
Your torment.
Stay with
you
me.
You shall be purified. Veloth, guide my... Come and meet death.
From the sides!
Slay them all!
Webweavers make fitting companions for the vampires and their enthralling mist.
The flesh of this unfortunate mage has been completely eaten away, but on one bony finger a signet ring remains intact. Take the ring. You pry the ring from the bony finger with some effort. It bears as the others.
Slay them all!
Oh, that guy Helmet of the Wither Queen.
Come
That's
and
nice.
meet death. You shall be purified!
It's a spider, dude. You can't purify a spider. Actually, we should probably go back this way. What am I doing? We don't need to go down.
Stendar was with us
Is
in
that
that
all?
fight.
Pretty sure this is the correct direction. The fact that there's enemies still standing kind of agrees with that idea. Also, I need to check to see if I need to pop another experience scroll. Yep, I did need to pop another experience scroll.
So that explains what we saw as we slew them. They bound themselves to the skull. Dark magic often comes with a heavy price.
Yep. Enjoy Cold Harbor, jerks.
Oh, a fellow member of the guild. Well met. I'm here searching for a few others of our order. I don't suppose you've crossed paths with them, huh?
I found the remains of 4 members and a note that mentioned you. Here are their rings as proof.
I see. So their lust for power led them to their demise. A lesson every mage should take to heart. Thank you for seeking me out about this. You've saved me much fruitless searching. It is good to know the matter is dealt with.
It's you again. The hunters say the mist has lost its sickly tint. Did you find the source?
Vampires were using the mist to create thralls of your hunters.
Vampires here? Sickening. Hunted in our own hunting grounds. We'll be more vigilant of their kind now. I'll see to it personally that every last one of them is destroyed. Thank you for helping us.
She is lost to me. What do I do now?
Come of me. You. Did I overhear you correctly? Vampires were the source of the creatures in the corrupted mist. Oh, tell me it isn't so.
It was, but I dealt with them.
It's just that my wife, Alcenia, was among the lost. And while some have returned, she never came back. I don't know if she's dead or just lost out there alone. I've searched for days, but there's no sign of her. I've just about given up hope.
Don't give up yet. Maybe I can help you.
Would you? With the mist returning to normal now, it might be easier to find her. That's what I hope, at least.
I'll take a look. Probably should go ahead and take my break because it's about that time, but we're going to go ahead and look for her first. Oh, we found her.
You're searching for me, aren't you? Let us speak quickly. I don't have much time. I know you're looking for me. I'm showing myself to tell you to leave. Tell Thornor you found me dead. It'll be true enough soon. I'm going to end my life before I turn.
What do you mean, turn?
I was out gathering fungi when the mist suddenly took on a strange hue. Next thing I remember is waking up in a dark place, surrounded by strange Bosmer with glowing eyes. They told me I'd be one of them soon. It's true. I can feel it.
So what will you do now?
I don't know. I've seen my husband out here, calling for me. I'll keep myself hidden because I don't want him to see. I can't go home like this. When I turn, just leave me. I'll end it soon. I just want to watch the sea a bit longer.
What about a cure?
A cure for this? You mean like the potions the Wild Witch brews in children's stories?
Who is the Wild Witch?
It's said her hovel appears and disappears at her whim, and that she could brew potions to cure any ailment. It's been a long time since I heard that story. And that's all it is. A story. I'm going now. Please don't look for me again.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my break. When we come back, we're going to try to see if we can help keep her from becoming a vampire. I'll be right back. Okay, I return. Let's go ahead and continue with this. Good. Luckily for you guys, I know where we're going. I have done this quest several times, believe it or not.
What's this now?
Are you the one they call the Wild Witch?
How would I know what others call me? I am Galareth, and you are inside my home. Why have you come here?
I'm trying to help someone. Can you make a cure for vampirism?
I might have something that will do the trick, assuming they haven't fully turned. But I expect you to do something for me in return first.
I don't have much time. Help me so I can reunite her with her husband.
So she can't face her husband after what she's become? I know what that feels like. Very well. Take this to her as soon as possible. She must drink it before her transformation is complete, or it will be too late.
You there. You're searching for me, aren't you? Let us speak quickly. I don't have much time.
They need to change. They should have changed that dialogue.
You again? Please, I have nothing more to say about it.
I found the Wild Witch. She made this antidote for you.
I'm already suffering enough without you making a mockery of me. I just started thinking about my childhood now that my life is over. That's all. I like those stories. Even if that's all they were. Children's tales.
Just drink this.
Ugh. Tastes like bugs.
You should feel it already. Like I said, you're cured. You can go home now.
I do. I do feel somewhat warmer. More myself. Less cloudy. But what if they come for me again? I feel like they're in my mind. Always watching.
The vampires are gone. I destroyed them.
I see. I noticed the mist had changed. I thought it was only my changed eyes embracing its corruption. Thank you for this.
I thought it was hopeless, but now I can return home to Thorinor.
Go to him. He needs you.
I will. I can't wait to see him again. Please, take this. It isn't much, for I can never repay what you've done for me, but I hope it will suffice.
Let's go.
All right, on to Woodhearth.
I can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's instincts? He said you would be coming this way. Is it true, then? Did you persuade the Wilder King to swear loyalty to Queen Irene?
Yes, although it's the Wilder Queen now.
The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood, aren't they? All this has put the Dominion in a delicate position. I suppose that Razumdar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems Vicereeve Peladil came this way after stealing the staff of Magnus.
Why did Peladil come here?
Who can be certain? I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship and flee back to the Somerset Isles. Perhaps he is determined to see Prince Naaman's body laid to rest there. Razumdar has his own suspicions, though, and he seemed quite concerned.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he was going to do that, why would he need to steal the staff of Magnus? It doesn't add up that he needs the staff of Magnus. What does Razumdar think?
He was unwilling to share his suspicions with me. Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark. Undoubtedly, Razumdar intends to share his thoughts with you. You'll find him in the Thalmor headquarters.
Very well, I'll look for Razumdar. Woodhearth. Put a stop to Peladil's plans in Woodhearth. Vision of, or Veil of Illusion.
I've served the Thalmor for almost 20 years now, as an advisor in the matter of healing arts.
I found your notes. The Veiled Heritance was using them to create liches.
Veiled Heritance were using my notes? No. What have I done? I was young and foolish when I wrote these notes. I just wanted to save my wife from a consuming plague. Oh, I should have destroyed them then. I will destroy them now. Thank you.
Razumdar.
Bah! This Thalmor mage will drive Razumdar mad. Stand here, hold this. Everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. He is glad another eye is here who understands, because we must move quickly here if we are to protect the Dominion.
What do we need to do?
We must find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritance now, and he has allies here in Woodhearth. Dirty traitors who conspire against Queen Irene.
What are they planning to do?
This we do not know yet, but Razumdar has devised the perfect way to flush these rats from their hidey holes. If they had an opportunity to assassinate the Queen, surely they would take advantage of it, yes?
The Queen is coming to Woodhearth?
No. Razumdar will be the Queen instead. If this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so Raz must prepare. Speak to Trithane Fariel. She can tell you more about the traitors who are helping Peladil.
I feel nervous that we're going to turn Rosendar into a copy of the Queen. What if he decides to go into a back room and take his armor off? Very well, I'll ask Thuriel to tell me what she knows.
This one would ask a favor. If the Stalmor mage turns Razumdar into a monkey, you must exact vengeance.
You must exact vengeance.
And you would need to track down Peladil on your own. Raz hopes this will not be the case, though.
Did you learn anything else about Peladil?
Razumdar thought the Viceroy was a clawless coward. Always going on with Prince name on this and Prince name on that. So pathetic. But he is more tricky now. All this one knows is that Peladil is near and that he has the staff of Magnus.
What about the prince?
Last time this one saw Naaman, he was still quite dead. But Peladil wouldn't drag around the prince's corpse just to make sure he gets a proper burial. Some sort of necromancy must be planned, but why? Naaman can't rule the Dominion if he is undead.
Why are the Thalmor here?
You share Razumdar's distaste, yes? We must accept them, though. The Thalmor were sent to Woodhearth when the Dominion was formed. This port is critical for trade, and there is concern it could be a target for enemy spies or for the Maumur.
Who sent the Thalmor here?
Battlereeve or Selmo issued the orders, but Queen Irene gave her blessing. She prefers not to send the Thalmor to every city in the Dominion, but in this case, she had little choice. Even Trithain Fariel agrees they are needed.
The Maumur are a threat here?
Of course. Wherever there is sea, there is the threat of the Sea Elves. They've sought to conquer these shores for centuries, and the rise of the Dominion has only served to provoke them. The Thalmor help boost the city's defenses.
What spell is this Thalmor mage going to cast on you?
A perfect illusion, he says, to make Razumdar look like Queen Irene. This one prefers a regular disguise, but Trithain Fariel doubts that would suffice. You should speak to her so we can get on with this.
Okay.
So you're the one who's going to accompany the cat on this guar-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion since the day King Camoran joined the Dominion.
There are Bosmer and Woodhearth opposed to the Dominion?
So you'd think, but we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. Our enemies are always one step ahead of us. Roman doesn't want to believe it, but I think it's obvious there's a spy among the Thalmor.
Someone here right now?
No. We've gone to great pains to keep Razumdar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Irene is really here. There have been rumors that the Maumur plan to raid us, so we've put word out that the Queen has come to make sure the city's safe.
So you're expecting the traitors to attempt an assassination?
Yes. Mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work. The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the old Imperial underground. You'll escort her there to meet Astaril, a Thalmor officer we suspect may be a spy.
How many guards are we talking?
Ha! The cat didn't tell you, did he? No, we can't send any guards. We don't know who we can trust. He thinks the two of you can handle it, though. I don't know if I'd call that confidence or foolhardiness, but I hope Bandar is with you either way.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Thank you. When do we leave?
As soon as Xanador gets the spell right and turns your friend into a queen. Assuming this works, you and Razumdar should leave for the Imperial Underground straight away. Oh, here we go now. It's about time.
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double-check.
No, Rosendar. Bad
There were no
Rosendar.
miscalculations, I assure you. Now excuse me, I must wash the smell of cat from my robes.
Rosendar, don't do it.
Raz looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Irene could maybe learn a thing or two from this one.
You look like the Queen, but you don't sound like the Queen.
A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Trithain, then? You understand my genius plan, yes?
I am to escort you to the Imperial Underground.
Yes. There we will find out the truth about this Thalmor officer, Astaril.
So
She's quite the beauty, I'm told. But traitors are never what they seem, yes? This one is No. I'm ready when you are.
Razumdar, I feel like you're not going to be able to keep it together during this. When Valenwood was a part of the Second Empire and Woodhearth was an imperial kingdom, the Wood Elves had their first encounter with Cyrodiilic bureaucracy. The Imperials didn't think much of the Bosmer's city sanitation and constructed its first real sewer system.
Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch her back. Asteril, is that you?
Yes. Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vice-Reeve Peladil sends his regards.
You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Raz?
Well, that hurt.
Can you stand?
Raz will be fine. A few burns will not kill this one. But for the moment, he thinks you should press on alone. You must catch Asteril and find out where Peladil is hiding.
Where did she go?
She used some kind of magic to escape, but it was not a portal, so she cannot have gone far. She must still be here, somewhere in these tunnels.
Alright, tend to your wounds, I'll find her. Alright, I'm gonna drop down from above when I'm done. I was like, don't I drop down to get to where we're going? It's like, nope, that's after we're done here. Alright, we have the orders. By no means is anyone to learn that the Veld Heritance is here in Woodhearth until we are certain that Irene is dead. You are to remain out of sight while our new recruit completes her mission. Your job is only to cover her escape in case she is pursued. If she were exposed, she would be of no more use to us than her sister was. Once you have assured her escape, you may rejoin the rest of our forces and resume preparations. Talk to Razumdar.
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Asteril? Were you able to question her about Peladil?
Asteril got away. The Veld Heritance covered her escape.
Dark moons. If Asteril got away, we will have to track her down. And the Veiled Heritance is here? That is troubling. Razumdar suspected a few might have come, but he did not expect them to be here in any numbers.
I found orders from Peladil indicating there was a large force.
Some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman, that they had backup plan. Naaman is dead. This must be backup plan.
You think they're planning to attack Woodhearth?
Possibly. If they cannot rule the Dominion, perhaps they would destroy it by attacking Valenwood. But Raz would not have thought the Heritage could muster enough manpower. Let us go. We must tell Trithain Fariel what we have learned.
Yeah, I thought we had crushed them pretty good, but apparently we didn't, so... We may have cut the head off the snake, but unfortunately one of the lower heads decided that it was going to try to keep it together. Man, I hope one day we get a full game in Valen Woods. I think it would be really cool to like adventure in Valen Woods in a full like adventure game where like the entire Valen Wood is the map. And I could be like, hey guys, remember when we were in Woodhearth and Elder Scrolls Online? You can check out the video here, like, or in the description or something like that. I don't know.
If what Razumdar says is true, the city of Woodhearth owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's attacked and destroyed, that won't be worth much. Maybe we can prevent that. The cat said you found orders from Vice-Reeve Peladil. Can I see them?
Of course, they're right here.
Damn. This proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something even bigger than killing the Queen. I'm glad you brought it to light. I just hope it's not too late for us to do something about it. There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astral seems strange, and a Roman still refuses to believe she betrayed us. Either way, Astral's the key to unraveling this mess. We need to question her and find out what she knows.
Where do you think we can find her?
Well, if she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at the Thalmor residence right now. I assume a Roman will want to be there when you confront her. The three of you should go quickly, though.
We'll go right away.
Even if Astral's fled the city, you might be able to find some clues about Peladil's plans in her quarters. Let's hope you find something, because otherwise we don't have much to go on.
What do you know about the Vice-Reeve?
Not much, really. I heard he just followed Prince Naaman around like a little lost puppy. Now he runs off with Naaman's body, steals the Staff of Magnus, and takes charge of the Veld Heritance. It seems this puppy might have a bite after all.
This is preposterous. Astral has risked her life for the Dominion more times than I can count. She is one of my best officers. I refuse to believe this irresponsible slander until I have spoken with her myself.
Razumdar and I both saw her in the Imperial tunnels.
You must understand, one doesn't become a Thalmor agent until their loyalty is proven beyond question. If Astral confesses, or if we find substantial proof, I will admit I was wrong. Until then, I remain extremely skeptical.
Will you join us in confronting her?
This is Thalmor business, and I am going to the Thalmor residence to confront Astral myself. You are welcome to accompany me if you choose.
I mean, I'm going regardless, so... I don't know what quest that is. Oh, she's dead. The corpse of an Altmer female lies cold upon the stone floor. She's clearly been dead for a considerable length of time. She was murdered, and they used magic to disguise themselves as her, I bet.
You see? It's clear that Astral has been dead for some time, so she cannot have been the one you saw in the Imperial tunnels. I told you, say what you will about the Thalmor, but we do not have traitors in our midst.
You don't seem too bothered by her death.
Her death troubles me greatly, but the integrity of the Thalmor is of greater concern, and I am pleased to be proven right in that respect. With that concern behind us, we can finally start searching for the true source of this treachery.
Who do you think killed her?
Undoubtedly, it was the same person that assumed her likeness and attempted to assassinate the Queen, Razumdar. Speaking of the cat, it seems he may have found something.
What'd you find, Razumdar?
This one looks forward to pouncing upon an unsuspecting Peladil. This nonsense is becoming tiresome.
Surprised they just left her body, like, lying on the floor. Like... I think you would have at least taken it into the Imperial Underground and stashed it somewhere where it won't be stinking up your entryway into your hiding
There could be some
place.
useful evidence down here. Let us look closely before moving on.
L'Ariel, I have received word that the Queen is indeed alive and well in Marblanc. This is nothing more than a ruse designed by the Queen's eyes to expose our presence. The pair you attacked were none other than Razumdar and Reewish Lufdesh, both of whom are well-known enemies to the Veld Heritants. Despite their efforts, however, we will soon be prepared to execute our plans. Posing as your sister was effective while it lasted, but it's no longer necessary. Come through the sewers and meet me in the old Imperial prison. We have other matters to attend to. You killed your own sister?
Had a sister? A twin, perhaps? That would explain much. Raz suspects these tunnels will reveal the rest.
This is not good. There we go.
You fought well.
To the side!
Hello, traitor.
Perfect. My favorite people. The very faces of my failure. And now you've tracked me down just to watch me die? You're just like my sister and the rest of the Thalmor. No sympathy whatsoever.
Where is Paradil?
Funny you should ask. I was wondering the same thing. Then I realized he lured me here so his assassins could kill me. This is my reward for my loyal service. A blade in my gut. And a nice cold tomb.
Do you know what he's planning?
Planning? Oh, he's well past that point. As we speak, his armies are storming the shore, up at Seaside Sanctuary. Once they've got a foothold there, they'll conquer all of Valenwood. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
The Veld Heritants has armies?
Of course not. They're just one prong of the mighty trident, with which Paladil will smite the Dominion. He signed a treaty with the Malma, and with the staff of Magnus, he's going to raise an army of undead. Yes, your days are numbered, all right.
I wouldn't be so cocky as the person who's lying there dying on the ground. Are you still loyal to Paladil when he ordered you killed?
Irene is a false queen. And the Aldmeri Dominion is a pathetic joke. Nothing can change that fact, even Paladil turning on me. I'd gladly sacrifice my life to bring about the Dominion's downfall. It means my life was worth something.
Was it worth murdering your own sister?
Having her as a twin was torture. While she climbed the ranks of the Thalmor, I was perceived as a failure. When Paladil recruited me, it was my turn to shine. I have no regrets. In the end, Asterel and I both lost our lives for the cause.
How did he make a deal with the Malmer?
It's simple enough. The Sea Elves have always coveted these shores. If they help Paladil dismantle the Dominion, he's agreed to give them Valenwood. It's not like these damn Bosma have done anything other than cause us trouble.
What about the rest of the Dominion?
You mean elsewhere? Far as I know, Paladil doesn't even care. He just wants the Somerset Isles. I don't even think he wants to rule them himself. As long as they're ruled by someone other than Naaman's sister.
Does he intend to raise Prince Namor too?
Of course.
Hey Joe, welcome to the
Who
stream.
better to lead an undead army than an undead prince? And if Peladil brings him back, Naaman will be bound by the Vice-Reeve's will. And no longer will Peladil need to worry about the prince making bad decisions.
Does Peladil still think the prince can rule?
Peladil says he's under no illusions about that fact. But he still gets rather glossy-eyed when speaking about Naaman. I suspect he still harbors some hope that the prince will play a role in the future he has envisioned.
There's nothing more for us to talk about.
Just leave me to die. I wouldn't accept your help, and you'd be better off not offering. It's too late. He can't be stopped.
Well, she got a nice knife to the gut for her troubles. Well, this looks highly radioactive. Yeah, I've been working. I spent most of yesterday and this morning working on the National Dex, Joe. I got all the way through. I had everything set up that I had and had all the blank spots opened up just to insert new Pokemon. And then I realized that I didn't leave a slot for Audino, which I went and caught an Audino and went to slot it in. And I found out I didn't have an open slot for it. So I had to rearrange 3 generations of Pokemon just to make room for Audino. I was seriously considering just sticking it at the back of the Living Dex. But the thing is, if I did that, it would just become harder to rearrange it in the future, so. I was like, Audino, I'm good. Like, I don't know how I missed it. It's like I had a list up, and I was like going through the list, and like, okay, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, I don't have this one, and I was like making empty slots. Somehow I missed Audino when I was doing that. I don't know how I managed to do that.
Razumdar explained how we were fooled by Laurel. I wish I had time to show proper gratitude, but he also told me that an army of Maramur, led by Vice-Reeve Peladil, is making landing on our shores. Is this true?
That's what Lorendil said.
Damn. Honestly, I rather hoped he misheard. I suppose that's rarely the case. Very well then. I will muster the city's defenses, but there is only so much we can do. I'm certainly glad you're here. You and Razumdar may be our best hope. You should get to Seaside Sanctuary as soon as possible. If we strike the Maramur hard enough there, we might be able to drive them back out to sea before they get a foothold on the shore.
Are you sending soldiers there as well?
I'll send anyone I can spare, but the city comes first. There is an outpost at the sanctuary with a few soldiers, if it hasn't been overrun. Go through the Serpent's Grotto and look for Major Serenway. She's the commanding officer.
I'll head to Serpent's Grotto then. Okay, so we're actually not going straight to the Serpent's Grotto. We're going to go do Rootwater Grove first, because it's on the way, and then we'll hit the grotto on the way. Let me pick up this quest too. I don't know what this quest is.
Those frozen faces. She killed them all. Froze them solid. How am I supposed to defeat that? I had to run, right? I had to hide or I'd be killed too.
What are you talking about?
The Wisp Mother. A legendary beast. We'll kill it and take home the trophy and be legends ourselves, we said. We charged and she... Well, just look down there. Their screaming faces. Frozen in death.
Why aren't you frozen?
It's stupid. I snagged my foot in a root and tripped. While the others were slaughtered, I was face down in the mud. I know I should avenge them, but I'm a coward. Please, help me. Destroy that thing.
I'll see what I can do. You know, I heard a rumor once that Wisp Mothers are ghosts of Frost Elves. which makes sense with them using ice magic and the fact that all the frost elves are dead, except for one. Actually, at this time, there are technically 2 frost elves left alive. There's the brother who's a vampire, and then there's the brother who's not a vampire, but somehow still alive after... You know, I don't actually understand how the paladin is still alive after all that time. You know, you'd think he would have passed by then. Because, like, we're talking, like, you know, a very, very long time. What do you want? Like, what's your quest? Are you launching the quest for the grove itself?
Damn troll, got away again. Impossible to kill. You really got yourself in an
No,
ESO.
not that one. That takes far too long. Alright, Wisp Mother, where are you? There you are, I see you.
How can I help?
There you are. I felt embarrassed at my cowardice sending you back after this thing after I'd fled. I thought I'd come to help you avenge my companions.
It's done. The Wisp Mother is dead.
You did it? You must be stronger than you look. Thank you for avenging my hunting party and making the area safer for all. I don't have much, but take this as my thanks to you.
Complete quest. Alright, let's go to the grotto. That's new. I've never seen a wisp nest before, and I've done that quest before. That's kind of interesting. Oh, there's the quest that I'm looking for.
God, this is not good. This is not good at all. These trees are unfamiliar, and there are spriggans and lurchers everywhere.
What's wrong?
Everything. I've lived in this forest my whole life, but I've never seen it so angry. Spriggans and lurchers everywhere, and a grove I've never seen before.
The forest is angry? What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. I grew up here. It's a peaceful place. But now it feels... troubled. There's a priest investigating in the middle of the grove. Talk to him. I'm getting out of here.
I'll see what I can find out.
That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Please, don't bother me. This warding spell is quite complex, and if I don't finish it soon, there'll be nothing to stop the impending invasion.
What invasion?
You see the spriggans and lurchers everywhere? They feel it. The coming invasion. Daedra, I am the last priest of the Wooded Eye. We were charged with protecting this grove, but the wards have failed. We have failed.
What happened to the wards?
Intruders, greedy for power, broke the wards and attacked my fellow priests. I can't defend against the coming Daedric invasion alone. I need your help restoring the wardstones while I complete the warding spell, or Daedra will overrun this place.
Where are the wardstones?
They're on the high ground surrounding the grove. There are 3 of them. Please, hurry. We've not much time.
I'll see what I can do.
The wardstones surround the grove. They are powered by magicka.
Who are you?
I'm a priest of the Wooded Eye. The last priest, from the look of things. Can't say I'm happy about it.
How did this grove get here?
Get here? It's always been here. How to explain? It exists, but to most people it blends seamlessly into the forest. You can't see it unless you're woven into the wards, or you figure out a way to break them.
What will restoring the wards do?
It'll make this grove once again invisible to all except those who know where to look, or
Yes.
who are woven into the warding.
I was wondering if you were going to say that before I did. I was going to say that as soon as I was done talking to him. Who are the intruders you mentioned?
Them. One of them looked like he'd seen livelier days. The other just looked shifty. Both Altmer, I think.
Oh, that's great information. Thank you. I feel very enlightened by your description of the enemy. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Don't try it. I have failed you, Reewishikin. I have failed you, Reewishikin. Failed you. You underestimate my power. I have the high ground. I have the high ground. I am more powerful than the Emperor. I can overthrow him. And together you and I could rule Tamriel.
Your prowess was befitting a knight. Well done.
Alright, that's all 3 ward stones. The water. Probably means Hermaeus Mora is involved with this. Use the altar. That do it?
Too close. They nearly had us that time. The wards will keep the Daedra bound for now, but I'm still not sure how they managed to break them. We need to investigate Ilmyris.
Emilus?
Ah, yes. Perhaps I wasn't exactly forthright. This grove exists to conceal the Cradle of Ilmyris, a library of secret knowledge. The Wooded Eye are its guardians. We serve the Woodland Man. You might know him as Hermamora.
Hermaeus Mora? You serve Hermaeus Mora? Hermamora?
Yes, a Daedric prince. But the only reason the Daedra are bound here is to keep this place hidden. Ordinarily, they pose no threat. They broke their bonds when the intruders destroyed the wards, and now they threaten all of Greenshade.
How do we rebind them?
I do not know the mechanism myself. But Saramir, the caretaker of the Vault of Memories inside the Cradle of Ilmyris, he'd know. If he's still alive.
You serve a Daedric prince?
Yeah, well, this crisis transcends religious differences, don't you think? I want to secure the Grove. You don't want Greenshade to be destroyed. Binding the Daedra is good for both of us.
How will binding the Daedra help secure the Grove?
The spirits of Daedra supply magicka to the wards. It's all very complicated. The important thing is that you find Saramir and learn how to bind the Daedra permanently.
Yeah, honestly, if Reewish was to like worship any of the Daedric princes, it would be Azura. I think him and Azura kind of have a, we have a working relationship. Meridia, you know, yeah, I owe Meridia a few favors, but Meridia is definitely not somebody you want to worship.
Come closer.
Ah, darn it. Hello, Mora. I didn't realize we were going to be visited by an Eldritch abomination today.
That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Such an interesting mortal.
You know, we still haven't had a DLC with Hermaeus Mora. I wonder if that's going to be coming eventually. Like, he hasn't showed up in any of the DLCs, even as like a side character. We've had Nocturnal, we've had Meridia, we've had Azura, we've had Maris Dagon, naturally. Technically in the Orsinium DLC we got to speak to Melicanth, yeah.
Move your feet! Get moving!
Your assistance might be just what I require.
So many names, so many faces. Such terrible understanding.
Hello?
You. I remember you. At least I think I do. Perhaps I just imagined it. That's all imagination is, you know. Memories of things that never happened.
Are you Soromir?
I am Gordhauer the Shaper. The Fire King Hadul. Haramir of Copper and Tea. The Flower King Nilichi. Umaril the Unfeathered. Or I am just Saramir. It's becoming hard to know.
Okay, that's actually a nice little Easter egg. Omaro the Unfeathered is the name of a servant of Meridia that you have to fight during the Knights of the Nine DLC in Oblivion. That's a nice little Easter egg there. Or they'll tell me you could help bind the Daedra.
I could tell you, but I've forgotten how. Or perhaps I never knew. Listen, the woodland man calls you, in the pool. It's best if you do not look directly. It looks back, you know.
Okay.
I am Hermaeus Mora, the riddle unsolvable, the door unopenable, the book unreadable, the question unanswerable. I wonder if you understand why you're here.
I'm here to help bind the Daedra.
You will bind the Daedra, but you do not yet know what tendril of fate and fortune brought you into my grove, into this ruined reflection of my library.
What do you mean?
In due time. But as to the Daedra, their magical powers, the wards that protect my library, but binding them here is no small task. It requires a foundation of souls, each of different blood, from my servants in Tamriel.
What happened to them?
The intruders who broke the wards above unwittingly loosed the bindings here below. 4 of the souls broke free. In their confusion, they wander these halls seeking escape. Subdue them to restore the seal. I will reward your faithful service.
What happened to Soromir?
Alien crystals impart memories directly to the reader. Overuse leads to a problem of capacity for most mortals.
I may help you, but I'm not your servant.
Willing or unwilling, all who strive to grow in skill and scope are my servants.
Okay, well, there's that. So anyone who strives to become stronger than what they are the servants of Hermaeus Mora. I suppose it makes sense. Alright, let's go find these spirits.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh?
Yeah, these souls are actually very powerful.
Think of the tales we'll tell.
Not that anyone would believe this. Man, Netflix is getting expensive.
Vile thing. Stay gone.
Stand Darcy you safely to your rest.
I hope you won't. You have no honor, Oblivion spawn.
Oh yeah, Isabel really hates Daedra.
Stow your weapons, my friend. We've won.
Not yet.
Three servants reunited to their master. Only one remains.
Where's the fourth soul?
A conundrum. The Bosmer soul escaped Irmairis. We require a replacement. Saromir, my caretaker, satisfies all requirements. Kill him and bring his soul to me.
And if I refuse to kill him?
One will die whether you refuse or not. Put the mad priest out of his misery, or I will choose another. Be assured you will find that choice less than optimal.
Okay, we have a choice here. We can say, fine, I will kill Soromir, or I will not obey you, I will not kill Soromir. Okay, so I guess we'll roll for it. So, odd answer will be to kill him. Even answer will be to disobey. So, okay, even answer. So we're going to disobey.
Your rebellion is noted. And the consequences take shape. Orthanir is drawn to his death in Saramir's place. Bind his spirit, unless you are willing to let the Daedra overrun Greenshade.
Well, he heals quite a bit.
Orthanir's soul seals the binding, but without a caretaker, the Daedra flee. It is temporary. The mountain is worn away, and the tides rise and fall, with the same inevitability.
Yeah, it works a lot better if you get Soramir or one of the wooded cultists to do it.
My memory is unerring as my word. In the crystal behind you, you will find knowledge you didn't know you sought, but others have killed for.
Not another memory! My mind is full!
Are you sure we're not wasting our time? How many people has this crystal killed now?
Patience. Rest assured, Elmyrus contains the knowledge that Naaman's Shade will need.
No. The roots. They envelop the whole forest. And at the center... such pulsing... Oh!
Pulsing? The heart. At last. Let me see.
Wait! What are you doing? The crystal will drive you mad.
Magnificent! Such truth. Such clarity of sight. Everything leads to Hectorheim.
Hectorheim, that's where they're going.
One by one, Naaman and Peladil expose my servants to the crystals, until their mortal minds cracked and groaned under the strain.
Why? What were they looking for?
What else? Power. They called it the heart of Valenwood. But no matter what it's called, it means the same thing.
What is the heart of Valenwood?
You have not yet earned that knowledge, which Naaman and Peladil took by force. They went to Hectorheim. Where you go is your choice. But I will be watching.
Complete quest. I just like how he's all like, whether you intentionally serve me or not, you serve me. It's like, well, that's I don't think that's how it works, buddy. But you know, you do you. Alright, we're done. How very Daedric of him. I forgot there were like two world bosses like right next to each other. Alright, so we have 30 minutes left in this stream. Go ahead and do the next quest. Oh, that's interesting. I believe these guys turn yellow normally. Oh, hey, this is the entrance to a dungeon. This is a Moon Hunter Keep, I think. No, March of Sacrifices. I think it's in the hunting grounds, actually. Serpent's Grotto discovered. Wait, I'm missing a quest. Hold on, let me back up. There should be another quest in here. Oh wait, now I know what it is. Hold on. There it is, yeah. It's inside of here. Like, where's the... I know because there's a quest you have to do to get through here. You just can't go straight through here. You have to do a quest to get there.
Unless you're here to help us,
Priestess.
I'd ask that you be on your way. I swear, Zoxus himself has it in for me. Or this is his idea of a joke. I've been complaining about how serving in the Guard is a waste of my abilities, and now we're in a crisis that demands my skills, and I'm woefully out of my depth.
What's the crisis?
The damn seals are attacking, both the Sanctuary and the Grotto. They must have known about this place. A massive sea serpent has been bound here for centuries in the pool above us. And now, a Marama mage has broken the seals holding it.
Is there any way to repair the seals?
I don't know. All I've been able to decipher is the seals were created with blood magic. If you kill the Marama and infuse this blood rune with life energy, you might be able to repair the seals. But there's more to it. I need to keep reading.
You read. I'll take the blood rune and repair the seals.
If this works, I'll owe the gods an apology. Fill the blood rune and then use it on the 3 seals. After that, we'll have to deal with the binding pool. Hopefully, I'll have figured this out by then. I'll meet you up at the gate to the pool.
I have a few questions.
Ask then, but be quick. If that serpent gets free, it'll destroy everything on the western shore of Valenwood, including Woodhearth.
Can you tell me anything about the seals?
The seals are actually small pools of water. Elaine, Ralos, and Valir. They're named after those who sacrificed their lives to bind the serpent. That's all I know. Don't know how the mage broke them, or if the blood rune can really repair them.
Why did they bind the serpent? Why not kill it?
From what I've read, it sounds like that might not be possible. This is no ordinary sea serpent. The text refers to it as the Great Serpent. I don't know what that means, but apparently binding it here was the only way to stop it.
Do you know about the Malmer Mage?
I only know that he's very powerful. When our scouts approached him, he burnt them to cinders with the flick of his wrist. I suspect he also knew about this place beforehand, and he probably studied up on the seals and on the serpent.
What did the Malmer gain by releasing the serpent?
Again, I'm only guessing here, but I read that the Marama were once able to command such creatures. It scares the oblivion out of me to even consider it, but what if their mages have rediscovered such magic?
Where did you get this blood rune?
You mean, did I just happen to be carrying one around? No. I found it with this text, and I'm proud to say I actually knew what it was. I've read a good bit about blood runes. Kind of a morbid fascination, I suppose.
Alright. Let's just step out here and talk to this person real quick. And we'll step back inside and continue the quest. Major.
The hour of our glory is nigh. Razumdar forewarned me of your coming, and I have considered our circumstances carefully in light of that. I have the utmost faith in your capabilities, and I am confident that your arrival is an augur of our victory.
I'm glad I inspire such confidence.
Indeed. We have fought alongside many of the same soldiers, and word travels quickly when it involves heroics such as those attributed to you. I have anticipated the chance to meet you in person, and I am pleased the opportunity has finally arrived.
Good to meet you too, Major. Request.
This, my friend, is the calm before the storm. Our storm. The Maoma believe that holding hostages will prevent us from taking action, but we will not allow such cowardice to determine our course. We will act, and we will act decisively.
What's the plan then?
We charge into their encampment, rescue the hostages, and slaughter their commanders. This full scout we captured gave us their locations. You and Razumdar shall spearhead our attack. One of you to handle the hostages, the other on the commanders.
We can handle that.
More brave soldiers arrive soon from Marbrook. We will rally them here and prepare to launch a full-scale attack. When your task is done, light the beacon in the lighthouse. That will be our signal to charge in and drive the bastards back to the sea.
Who are these hostages they're holding?
Olmian, Mayritel, and Bashira, all very influential in their own way. We need to ensure they're freed before we launch a full-scale attack.
All right.
Husband of the Tree Thane of Woodhearth, Fariel. As good a fighter and tracker as any Wood Elf I've known. Just shows how Paladel caught even the best of us off guard. A respected noble from Somerset. She was on her way to Eldenroot to meet with the Thalmor. You might imagine the problems it would cause if something happened to her. Around here, they call him the Fat Cat. Wealthiest merchant in Woodhearth. But don't think his influence is limited to the city. Money moves, you know.
I want to ask about something else.
More brave soldiers arrive soon from Marbrook. We will rally them here and prepare to launch
Why
a
target the
full-scale
Malmer
attack.
commanders?
The Maoma fight as a unit. Like a crew loyal to their ship's captain, the Maoma will follow the commander's orders without hesitance. Remove the commander and they will fall into disarray. At least long enough for our strike to overwhelm them.
What will you do with the scout you captured?
He's a prisoner of war, so he'll be treated accordingly, of course. Unless he tries to escape, in which case we'll bury him neck deep on the beach at low tide and let the sea decide his fate.
Time to do what we do best, yes? This should be fun.
Major Cern wants us to split up the task.
Excellent. Many opportunities for heroism, adventure, and thrilling tales after the fact. So, my friend, what will it be? Will you tend to the hostages, or take out their commanders?
Okay, so are we going to help the hostages, or are we going to take out the commanders? Probably the hostages is going to require stealth. The commanders is going to require overwhelming force, which I believe we all know that's Reewish's specialty. Commanders it is.
Ha! Dirty hands for dirty work. Raz will see to our captive friends then. Stay out of sight if you can, or grab Larnill's armor. It's not fashionable, but you'll at least blend in.
Understood. Stay safe, Razumdar.
Always. Raz will see you at the lighthouse when our tasks are completed. Bright moons guide your steps.
Yeah, because I'm totally going to look like a sea elf.
You mean there's not gonna be a hostage exchange? Dirt-eating liars! We'll kill you all and feed your remains to the seagulls!
Oh yeah, this is totally going to work. I am totally a sea elf. Hello, my brothers and sister sea elves. How are you? Are we holding the hostages well? Don't worry about this Breton that's following me. And I definitely don't have a tail. Oh, that's a sentry. Alright, so the armor's gone, so I guess it's a full-out assault time. Serve me. That's 2 commanders down. 1 commander to go. Looks like I'm not the only person who's running through. Elf Potter is dead!
We'll see it done.
God's mercy. What's going on? Why don't you just kill me? To let me linger like this? It's wrong. Wait. You're not one of them, are you? Where in Oblivion am I? Who are you?
I'm Reewish Lufdesh, and you're at Seaside Sanctuary. What happened here?
Vice Reeve Peladil. That monstrous bastard. He captured us in Woodhearth and brought us here for some evil ritual. He bled us, mutilated us. He ripped out our eyes. Gods, do I even look normal anymore?
You're going to be alright. Just tell me how he captured you.
No, I'm not alright. I'm dying. And it's just as well. It was that bitch, Asteril's sister. She pretended to be Asteril and ordered us into the Imperial Underground. Then the Veiled Heritants ambushed us. They needed sacrifices for the ritual.
What was the purpose of the ritual?
They were raising Prince Naaman from the dead. bringing him back and imbuing him with some terrible power. Peladil kept talking about how the prince would lead an undead army. But I don't think it worked out the way he hoped.
Why not? What happened?
When Naaman came back, he wasn't the same. Sounded like some evil spirit was speaking through him. He spat in Peladil's face. Then he just left. Peladil was furious. He stormed out a little later. That's all I was able to hear.
So, we messed with necromancy and it failed. Who's surprised by this? Raise your hand. Alright, hang in there. We'll get you some help.
No. My eyes are gone. I'm probably scarred all over my body. Please. I just want to die.
Wait.
All I ask, just make them pay for this.
The invasion of Seaside Sanctuary has begun. And it'll be over by the time we get down there. Woohoo! Not even close. Yeah, when I first did this, I did it as my Nightblade, and I snuck through this town completely invisible, freed the hostages without killing a single enemy, and just lit the beacon, and then I actually fought my way back out. Major.
Send another score and I will smite them just the same. I could cut down sea vipers all day long. Well done, my friend. We'll have the sanctuary back under control quickly now, but we can't stop here. The battle's only just begun.
I thought we just needed to drive them back.
So I had hoped. But it seems Vicereef Peladil has taken to sea even before we arrived. I suspect he may attempt to flee when he realizes his forces have lost the shore. That's why you must go after him. You must ensure Peladil does not escape.
How do I get out there?
Captain Jimala and her crew have retaken the Prowler and she says the ship's fit for action. They're ready to set sail as soon as you get on board. May the winds be at your back, my friend, and may Peladil fall quickly to your strength.
Okay, we're obviously not going to launch into a sea battle today. We just do not have the time for a full sea battle right now. So since we have 16 minutes left in the stream, we're going to do a bit more exploration and getting some of the stuff done out of the way. So we're not going to do any more questing this stream, but we're going to grab this. We're going to go do this delve. And then probably first thing we're going to do next stream is go attempt to restore the the seal on the drat. Why is my brain not working? The seal on Serpent's Grotto.
That's the end of that tale.
I mean, we didn't do bad today. We got 6 of the main quests done today alone. And we completed 7 of the major locations. in the game, or in this zone.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh? Still standing. Be proud of that.
Okay, that was the boss. Okay, we got the Sky Shard. Let's get out of here. I think that's going to be a good stopping point, actually. I think we got enough progress in for one day. Alright, so we're going to end off here. Next time when we come back, like I said, we're going to do the Serpent's Grotto and get that finished up. And then we're going to jump on the Prowler and head out to sea to put an end to Paradil. And then we just have the rest of Grotwood. We have quite a bit left to explore and do. We got several main quests left to go, several locations. There's a standing stone to find, there's 5 more sky shards to locate, a crafting station to find, and we haven't even found most of the striking locales. Like, we still have 5 major striking locales left to go. So anyways, but we're making quick progress in Greenshade, and honestly, I feel like we're going to be done with Greenshade before September. And that means we'll still have several months until the launch of the next zone. So we could very well be, if not done with, most of the way through Malabar Tor before the next zone launches. Or even, if we're really lucky, we might even be starting Reaper's March. Like, I can't even state how exciting that will be if that ends up being the case. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.